All attention only mode.
Swagatam. Ramo Rajamanischada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje. Ramena Vihata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha. Rama Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasyada Sosmyaham. Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Bhora Mama Mudhara. Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame. Sahasranama Sattalyam Ramanama Varanane Shri Ramanama Varanana Onnamaiti. Atamahasha Sutrani Ayun Rilruk Ayong Ayouch Hayavarat Lan Nyamangananam Jabain Garadash Jabagaradash Kapa Chata Chata Tav Kapai Shashatar Hal Tamasha Sutrani. So last time you're looking at the I think this first half of okay, this one, we don't need this one. The last class we're looking at, we saw the word saksham. Okay, up to there we were. So 61, we saw chakara saksham ramena pritaschevagni sakshikam. That was the last thing that we saw. So Sugrivaha chakara saksham ramena, she contracted friendship with Ramaha, Pritaha, because he was pleased. Cha eva Agni Sakshikam, that Saksham is qualified by Agni Sakshikam. It has Agni as the Sakshi. So it was friendship which is Agni as the Sakshi. Next part now reads from, if you can also take the help of the translation to see up to where we need to go to. So actually that's in the next page. So here it is, they're taking up to end of 62. In response to that, the whole afflicted as he was. Okay, up to here there's a full stop. Again, a va was taken the very moment. Okay, so we can go from 61 second half to 62 first half. Let's do that. So Chato Vanara Rajena Vairanukathanam Prati Ramaya Veditam Sarvam Pranaya Dukkhitena Cha. One more time. Tato Vanara Rajena Vairanukathanam Prati Ramaya Veditam Sarvam Pranaya Dukkhitena Cha. So, you want to take some Ravi, the Pachita Paras Ravi? Try it.
Yes, Satish.
Okay, let's try.
Tataha Vanara Rajena Vairanu Prati Ramaya Aveditam Sarvam Pranayat Dukkhitena Cha.
Dukkhitena Cha. Okay. Well, Tataha, what is the only pada vichara? Tataha is
it should be Avyaya.
That's an avyam. Tata is an avyam. Tadisa pratyaha. Says, tata means tadanantaram, following that. In the sense of it's a direction in time, So direction in time, you use panchamyarthe, which means after that, following that. So in English, we can simply say then. Tataha equals then. So tataha. Now, vanara rajena.
It is Tritiya Vibhakti Ekavachanam, like Rama Shabda.
So the question is that how it becomes Rama Shabdaha? Because to become Rajan, should become Rajnya. Right? So, in fact, in Gita, we have this, right? Kashi Rajascha Viryavan. Very first chapter, if you look at the very first, I think the first page of the Gita book itself, you find it like this. The question you want to ask is, how come somewhere here is Kashi Rajascha Viryavan? Here it is. Kashi Rajascha Viryavan, 1.5. How it became Kashi Rajaha? Any guesses there, Ravi? Can you check it?
It could be because of the samasa.
Very good. This has to be, because otherwise if it's a Pruthak Padam, then Rajan was Yad. It should be Rajnya. But then what is happening in Samasa? Okay, what's happening is that this is in the Ashtadhyaya, Panini has this thing called Samasantaha. Samasantaha is at the end of Tadyitas. This last part of Tadyitas, Panini has this adhikara called Samasantaha. And it's a pretty big section. It goes from 5468 to end of 54. Panini talks about what changes take place at the end of a compound. Actually, specifically what pratyas are added at the end of compound, Samasantaha. And there is a sutram, without going into too much details, Raja Sakibhyashtach. So there is a sutram there which talks about the, here it is, Raja and the Ahan and Sakibhyashtach Pratyaha. Just means Chutu Halantyam, only the A remains. So when you have this, I think this is coming in the this 5491. You can look at it quickly, 5491. Anyway, the question definitely needs to be asked. It feels like Rajan Pratipadikam. What happened? How it became Vanara Rajena? Iti avashyam prashtavyam. I have to definitely ask that. So Rajan, Ahan, Sakhi, Ityevam, Antat Pratipadikat. If you have Pratipadikam, which you do have right now, because we have Vanara Rajan. Tash Pratya Bhavati. It says Maharajaha. Okay. So now one more thing what we need now is that when we do the, we take Vanara, Vanara Rajan. Rajan we have. Add the Pratya, touch. And here we'll get Chutu Halantyam. We'll get only the Akara will remain behind. And then what happened is that the sutram called Nastadhyate gets the Bhasanya. Because remember all Tadhita Pratyas, because when 412 starts Yadikara of 2 of just amount, Niya Pratipadikar, so just amount. And that includes all Tadhitas. So Tadhitas are all part of this Swadi Pratyaya. So then we have to immediately think, the moment you add Tadhita Pratyaya, you should always think of the Angam will either get the Padasanya or will get the Bhasanya. Because Swadishu Asarvanamasthani, Swadishu Asarvanamasthani, Padasanya is the default. That's 1417. 1418 becomes Yachivam. So immediately when you add a Tadhita Pratyaya, always think of these two. If it has a Padasanya, you have to go to the Padasya Adhikaraha. Just go to Ashadhe for a second. So what I'm talking about is this one. 141718. Swadishva Sarvanamasthane Yachivam. And if you get the Padasanya, you have to go to 8116 onwards, start the Padasya Adhikaraha. There it goes up to 8354. So those are all, words, all rules, like, all your usual Ruhu and all those rules, they come over there. Or you can, if you have the Bhasanya, you have to go to the Bhasya Adhikaraha, which is here. In the Bhasya Adhikaraha, there is sutram called Nastadhyate. Nastadhyate. So if you have an Akarantam Angam, and the Pratyaya is following is Tadhita Pratyaya, which right now we do have, because Samasa and Antas are part of this Adhikara of Tadhitaha. Then Tehe Lopasyat. The Ti Bhaga takes Lopaha. So this, we have to, okay, did I get the number for that? So this is 64144. And the Raja Sakibhyashtach, just put the numbers down here. Raja Sakibhyashtach was, it was the Raja Sakibhyashtach was 5491. So after doing most of that will become, so the Anbhagaha will go away. So will become Vanara Raja. So that's what is happening. So that's the reason why. So we have, same thing, we'll have the Krishna Sakaha. The Sakhi will become Sakha. So Vanara Raja, because of the Raja Sakibhyashtach, and 64144 Nastadhyate. Okay, and of course you also need the Bhasanya for that, and put that one also 1418. Okay, so let's continue. So that is what we got, Vanara Rajena. So now why is in Titya Vibhakti over here? Because see, Vanara Rajena. This is okay. Let me look at this page. Vanara Rajena. Okay. Now, what do you think is happening here? Ravi, why Titya Vibhakti is used here? Because it connects with Aveditam. So Vanara Rajena Aveditam. It was informed, or it was narrated. Everything was informed unto Rama. So Ramaya Aveditam. So that is why, because that Aveditam is a passive form. The passive form. So the Karta who became that Aveditam is now in connection with Sarvam Aveditam. So the Vanara Raja became a Anavahita Karta. So then we have to use Kartakarnayo Titiya. So Vanarajena became Titiya Bhakti. So by him, everything was narrated to Rama, was informed to Rama. Okay, now this Vairanukasanam Prati is a bit of a strange usage here. So because Anukasanam is like, if you look at Apte's Vairanukasanam Prati, I was just looking at the word Anukasanam. Just look at it here, Anukasanam Prati. It means generally doesn't mean like, following narration. I mean, Kathanam is, narration telling Vairanukasanam. Anukasanam, if you look at that, it says subsequent mentioned, so narration, discourse, conversation, that's what the meaning is. But here I think we have to take the help of the Vyakhyanam. And it says Vairanukasanam is that is number 61, right? This is Vairanukasanam equals Valinaha Tavacha Vairye Kim Karanam Iti Rama Krita Prashnam Prati. So Rama Krita Prashnam Prati. In answers to Rama's query. So Rama's so Anukasanam may be repeated mention of the Vairam. So in answer to Prati means some of these Pradayahas, they normally you used to see them as upasargas, they pratigachati and all that. But sometimes they can also be used and on their own like that, So, for example, in Gita, if you look at Gita chapter 16, chapter 16, 1 to 3, this is a good example of this. Chapter 16, 1 to 3, the list of, so Guna Suchi, so Abhayam, Saptatam, Shuddhir, etc. The whole list of gunas here. So, and then finally said Bhavanti, so Ete Gunaha Bhavanti, so Sampadam Daivim, Abhijatascha Bharata, Hey Bharata. Now, what is this Abhi doing over here? First of all, we have a Dvitiya here. Sampadam, Daivim Sampadam is a Dvitiya Vibhakti. So Dvitiya means it has to have some either a Kudantam Padam, or it has to have a Tingantam Padam, which is a karma of something. So karma sanya. So or it has to be an avyam which it cannot rest on its own. Now this whole thing was, up to from here to here is already ete gunaha bhavanti. So these gunas take place. And it says Daivim Sampadam is of course one Daivim is qualifying Sampadam. Abhijatasya Bharata. Now you're wondering what is this Daivim Sampadam doing over here? Where is the connection? The connection is with the Abhi. This Abhi is connecting, is standing on its own, means Abhilakshya. So, Sampadam Daivim Abhilakshya, Jatascha Bharata. So, even though, this is the thing about the space, this in the text there is no space as such. But this space doesn't mean anything much. Because that Abhi, in fact, this is even more confusing because the word Abhijata has a good meaning. Because in the same Adhyaya comes this word Ajyo Abhijan, comes in the same Adhyaya. Ajyo Abhijanavanasmi. Ajyo Abhijanavanasmi comes in the same Adhyaya. So now you might think that Abhijan means to have an aristocratic birth, very high birth. So you might think Abhijatasya means that one who has very high birth. Completely wrong meaning. Because it means Daivim Sampadim Abhilaksha Jatasya. The one who is born with a focus on, with an emphasis on the divine disposition. So if you don't recognize this Abhi as, it's what Pani calls Krama Pravachan Miyaha, that is Abhilaksha, that word, it is actually connecting with the Dhatu Laksh, which has not been used over here. So if you have to be aware of this fact that sometimes these Paradeyaha, they can stand on their own. And they might have referred to a Dhatu, which is now no longer there. In fact, if you want to go to very quickly, so this is a lesson to be learned here, is this, and this one is very confusing, because the Dvitiya, in fact, I think the hint is that Dvitiya was standing here, so nothing to connect to. So, and this Abhi is sitting here, even though there is no space, and it's confusing because it looks like it's connecting with the word Dhatu Jan, Abhijan. But it is not connecting with these two. So coming back to our context right now, we have, let's see, okay, what we have is Vairanukasanam Prati. You can say Prati Lakshya. with regard to the subsequent conversation about the enmity. So whereas this samasa is straightforward. Both the samasas are straightforward. Vanara Rajan, you can say Vanaranam Rajaha. Raja should be in the Vigraha Vakyam. And Vairan Vairasya Kathanam means with regard to the subsequent conversation is a questioning. Discussion. So actually after meaning you can use that word. I think discussion was given one of the meanings. Well, conversation, discussion, subsequent mention. So that also might not be too bad. But here from the Vyakhyanam we say it is said is that Ramakrita Prashnam Prati regard to the another commentator also says Valina Sahatava Vairye Kim Nimittam Iti Rama Raghunatha Prashnam Prati. We are all taking Anukathanam as Prashnam. It's not a very common meaning, but from the context we had to understand that. And quickly, if you go to Ashtadhyayi for 1 second, there is this sutram. This guy, what is called as Karma Pravachaniyaha. See, these pradayas are about 22 in number. Now, not all of them can function like this on their own. Only about half of them can do that. About half of them. And they are described in the second Karma Pravachaniyaha. Also a strange term. Means that basically Pravachaniya means they had a dhatu with them, which is now no longer being used. So, and then Panini gives these, which all are the pradis which can be used, in which all meanings they can be used like that, Karma Pravachaniyaha. So, in that, if you look at this one, Lakshana Itham Bhuta Akhyana Bhaga Vipsasu Prati Pari Anavaha Anu. Prati Pari Anu. And then Abhirabhage. So in all these prior meaning except abhage, not in the bhaga meaning. So lakshana, ithambhuta, akhyana and bhaga vipsasu, the prati, pari and anu can be used. In all these meanings except the bhaga meaning, abhi can be. That's the one is in the Gita. So daivim sampadim, abhi lakshya. Lakshana is the very first one. You can say prati is also mentioned here upon me. So that is the construct over here. So it is we often use the word prati, so prasadam prati gacchati. So there it depends on how we use that, because there if you can connect with the dhatu gam maybe or may not. But anyway, it's available to be used like that. Prati means targeting with regard to. So Vairanu Kathanam will be Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Okay, then how did Dvitiya come? Let's finish that topic also. Is that because there is no dhatu here. So we cannot say this is karmani dvitiya and things like that, because there is no dhatu to make it karma of. So then what Panini says when we talk about, I think I mentioned this a few times, if you want to assign any vibhakti in this language, you have to find a sutram in 2.3 which will tell you that this is the vibhakti. Ultimately, no matter what you do, finally there has to be a sutram or vartikam, whatever, in 2.3 which will allow you to do that. And then in the very beginning itself, Panini says, Karma Pravachaniya Yukte Dvitiya. Karma Pravachaniya Yukte Dvitiya. So that's the default. There are some apvadas below that. But as a first stop, if Karma Pravachaniya has been used, means one of these pradis have been used on their own, implying some dhatu behind them, which is no longer there right now, then Dvitiya Vibhakti has to be used in connection with that. So maybe I'll put this in the document. So 238 and 1490 is what we need to use. So this Vairanu Kathanam Prati. So Vairanu Kathanam Prati. Vairanu Kathanam Prati. So this one we are using that 238, which is giving us the Dvitiya Vibhakti directly. 238 we used, and the Prati was that I think it's Lakshanartha, which should fit here quite well. Prati Lakshya means targeting, response to. Okay, so that is the difficult part of the shloka. Rest of it should be easy now. Vairanu Kathanam Prati means with regard to, in response to the conversation or the questioning about his enmity with his own brother. So Valina Saha, so Vairasya Karanam Kimasti iti Krishnam Prati. So Prati is an Avyaya, and Vairanu Kathanam is going to be the Dvitiya Ekvachanam. Okay. No, Ramaya. Ravi is easier. Ramaya.
Ramaya, yeah. Chaturthi Vibhakti Ekavachanam.
Okay, he informed her. He told her. Now, okay. Ramaya Aveditam Sarvam. Now this is, there is now, so Karthik, you want to try what Sutra will give Chaturthi here?
Ramaya, it will be first one, the Karmana Yama Vipraitisa Sampradhanam.
So there are these 16 dhatus in the language, which can take two karmas. So Vikarmaka dhatavaha, Shodasha dhatavaha. So we can say, and they're not only those 16, but Samanartha dhatavaha people. So those with the same meanings. So to narrate something to somebody. Like in English also, I said this to him. I told this to him. I asked this from him. So in these cases, there is a thing. Now, within that, there is a pradhana karma and a gauna karma, which is that which means that it will be. So when I said this to him, then I said this is the one which will not change vibhakti. Which will not change vibhakti. That is with the pradhana karma, and the gauna karma which can change vibhakti. So, for example, Sri Krishna, Arjunam, Shastram Brute. So Lord Krishna tells the Shastram to Arjuna. You can also say Sri Krishna, Arjunaya Shastram Brute. So he says unto Arjuna, for his benefit. So now I think this is unto Rama he narrated. Unto Rama, Ramaya. So unto Ramaya. So then Aveditam. Only thing this one has become it's a passive sentence here. So Ramaya Aveditam Sarvam Pranaya Dukhitena. So Aveditam, what kind of form is that, Ravi?
It's Kta Pratyanta, Satish.
Which one?
Kta.
Kta Pratyanta, correct. Well, what is happening here besides Kta Pratyaha?
Vidajnane dhatu, it is set, so we get idagama.
No, something else also is going on here. So.
And then gunaha.
But guna, how will guna come? This Kta Pratyaya occurs in it. So
yeah.
So what will be happening here? So, what do you think happening, Karthik? Any guesses?
Is it Nich Pratyaya?
Nich Pratyaya, very good. So he made him know. With this to know, he made him know. He informed him. So he made it known to him. It has, because otherwise you will not get the guna adesha.
Yes,
it will not become the guna adesha. So what's happening here is that so avedayati. So vedayati means he makes him know. With also so when you say with plus nich means to inform. So it means to inform. So it become with, you take the dhatu with and first add pratyaya, nich in the causative. So that guna, when you see like that happening with the pratyaya, so you can suspect that the nich pratyaya might be there. We'll get the new dhatu vedi, sanadhyanta dhatavaha, new dhatu vedi. So this is the hetumati nich. When you add hetumati nich, sense of to cause this action. Hetumati nich. And then we get vedi as a new dhatu, sanadhyanta dhatavaha. Aveditam, when you do, what's happening is that it's very, as Ravi said, pratyaya. Now it's a state dhatu. Because the in nishedha, see all dhatus by default are state. The in nishedha only comes by 7 to 10, which is ekash upadeshana dhatu. So, but that is not ekash dhatu anymore. It is anekash dhatu. So you're going to become ve, the, e, ta. So that will be the, you get idagamaha by adhatu prasid valade. The only thing we need to remove one ikara over there, that's nishtayam seti. The nishtayam seti says that if you have a set nishtha pratyaya following, then the nish takes lopaha. Nishtayam seti parataha ne lopasyat. Become vedita. Vedita. Nishtayam seti 6452. Okay. Now, so aveditam sarvam, the adjective. So sarvam yadvrittam. So whatever had happened, he informed unto Rama whatever had happened. Everything was informed unto Rama by Sugriva Vanarajena. Pranayat. Pranayaha. Dhatu ni, pra ni is to ni is to out of affection. Pranayat also this is going to be hetau. Actually, pranayat is out of affection. To be like Ramat is Panchami Ekvacham. Pranayat is out of affection. Dukkhitena cha. Now Dukkhitena is going to go with Vanara Rajena Dukkhitena. Dukkhitena Vanara Rajena. Now this is not going to be the Nishtaka Pratyaya. This is what we talked about. I think one time we saw this before. This is called the Pratyaya Itach. So when something is born in something, like when you say Pushpitam Pushpitaha Vrikshaha. So Pushpani Sanjatani Ascheti Pushpita. So there is this, it looks like almost like a Nishtha Pratyaya, but it is not. So Dukkham Sanjatam, so that becomes Dukkhitaha. Like Shankitaha, Sangitam comes in Gita, right? Sangitam. So there's a Gana called Tarakadi Gana. Tarakadi Gana is probably Akti Gana. Tarakadibhya Itach. Okay. Tadasya Sanjatam, Tarakadibhya Itach. Itach Pratyaya comes in the sense of that thing has appeared in that. Say Tarakitam Nagaha. So means that it is a sky in which the stars have appeared. Tarakitam Nagaha. So when you say Dukkhitam Dukkhitaha Vanara Rajaha, so Dukkham Sanjatam Masti Dukkhitaha. So it's a Shankita, I think we saw somewhere before, I think, or maybe we might see afterwards. Is Shanka Sanjata Asya Shankitaha. So Tarakita. So now here also we need to do one small operation to get the Dukkha and to make it Dukkhita. So that number, let's keep the number in mind. It's 5 to 36. So 5 to 36. So we have then take the Dukkha plus you add the Pratyaya Itach. Of course, in Itach they're ending Chaka and It by Halantyam doesn't affect us. That's for the Svara and the Vedas. Vedas doesn't affect us. So Dukkha plus Itach, so 5 to 36. And here also this is Tadita Pratyaya. We enter Tadita land. Taditas go from 4176 to end of 5.4. So this is also Swadi Pratyaya. Always think about Swadi Shiva Sarvanama Sthane Padasanya Yachibham iti Bhasanya. Because it's in the Akadara Eka Sanya, only one Sanya can stay. So the Bhasanya overrules Parakaryam. It's also a subset. So it will be Bhasanya. And then what happens is that, so 1418. Then the important sutram is 64148. Yes, teacher. It says if you have any Varnanta, Avarnanta Angam, for which is a Bhasanya, for by Tadite Ikare Chapare. So Lopasyat. So that Avarna, Ivarna drops. So the combination of that, otherwise, we have to get Ad Gunaha otherwise. So we don't want Ad Gunaha. We want Satra Antyasya Angasya Antasya Akarasya Lopa Ishyate. To become Dukkhita. Dukkhita by 1418. Shivam along with 64148. 148. Just take the Dukkhitena. So one who, but basically one who was sad. It means that one on whom sorrow had appeared. Technically speaking, that's the meaning of Dukkhitena. Dukkhitena Vanara Rajena. And here you can confirm with the commentary I think it says Sanjata Dukkhena. This is the one thing, the commentaries will not give the sutra number as such, but when they say Sanjata Dukkhena, you have to understand that sutra. This is Sanjatam Tarikatibhya Itach. Okay, so this you have to keep this in mind. If you look, there's a form which looks like that Nishtakta Pratyaha with the E before it, which is not coming after the Dhal, the Pratipadikam there, then you have to think about this word, this Itach Pratyaha. Dukkhitena cha. Okay, I think we got everything. Ramaya Avaditam. Okay, let's see. Avaditama. But how will you make this sentence active, Ravi? Just want to convert it into active. So Vanara Rajaha, right? This one will not change. Vairānukathanam Prati.
Avedayati.
I'm sorry.
Should we do Avedayati?
Say it again.
Avedayati.
No, you can use the Ktavatu Pratyaya, right? Aveditavan.
Okay.
Right? So we can just use Ktavatu. So Vanara Rajaha. Tataha will remain the same. Tataha Vanara Rajaha. Vairānukathanam Prati. Ramaya Sarvam Aveditavan. Avaditavan means he informed. he informed Rama. And then last word is pranayat dukkhitena cha. Unto Rama, he informed everything. So that will do it. Sarvam avejitavan. So, okay. Let us now see in the English translation. See if we can get. So you want to read Karthik and try this one? Should be fairly straightforward.
Yes, Satishji.
Okay, let's see what we have. Ne is probably going to be cha, right? Ne is going to be cha.
Cha.
In response to. Be prati. Prati. An inquiry with regard is enmity.
That will be Vairanukathanam.
Vairanukathanam. Anukathanam is that the inquiry with regard.
Inquiry.
So, the whole incident. So, I think that
Sarvam.
Sarvam. I think just
Tat Sarvam. Yeah, Sarvam.
So, I think Sarvam. Okay, so it will be Sarvam. Can I fit this here? Okay, it's fitting. Okay, that's Sarvam. And then the whole incident was then is what? Then is
Tataha.
was related
Aveditam.
By Sugriva, the ruler of monkeys.
Vanararajena.
Afflicted as he was.
Dukkhitena.
Then to Sri Rama.
Ramaya.
And out of affection.
Pranayat.
Okay, so Pranayat is out of affection. To Sri Rama is Ramaya. Afflicted as he was Dukkhitena. Then by Sugriva, this is of course Manararajena. Related was he was made to know, means informed. So Aveditam. The whole incident is Sarvam. And with regard to the inquiry with regard to enmity is Vairanukathanam. In response to is the Prati. And Ne, I think is just somewhere. Okay. So that was a little bit difficult thing I said in this verse was just this part about this Valivadanam, Vairanukathanam Prati. Okay. Next part we'll take, this only this half. Pratignyatan charamena tada valivadham prati. So pratignyatan charamena tada valivadham prati. It's straightforward. Let's see, Hari, can you Hari there? Hari, are you there?
I'm here, yeah. I'll try since I'm kind of new to this. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Pratignyātam.
Okay.
Cha.
Very good.
Ramena tada.
Correct.
Valivadam prati.
Very good. So you want to try the vibhaktis of these?
Pratignyātam cha Ramena.
So take the easy one. Ramena is no choice. Ramena has to be Titya Ekvachanam.
Yeah. Ekvachanam. Tada avyayam.
Valivadam is Ramavat Shabdaha.
Tritiya. Dvitiya.
Again, the same thing here. It is the same process we did before. It's Prati iti etasya karmapravachaniya sanya. And tat sanniyogena Valivadam iti Dvitiya. Dvitiya bhakti means Valivadam.
Pratignyātam karmani kila. Bhutakale karmani.
Karmani. It is Prathama Ekvachanam. Prathama Ekvachanam Napumsakalingam. Jnanavat. Ramena iti karta titya. So it is karmani prayogaha. Pratignyātam iti prathama eva sambhavati. Only prathama will be possible. So we said this. So and this is again a pratyakta is being used. Jnatam. It can only be Ramavat, Vanavat, Sitavat. So only choices are Ramam, Vanam. So this has to be Prathama only is Prathama Apekshate. Only because Ramaya has gone in Titya now. It can only be Prathama. So then only like Vanam is Prathama Ekvatam is possible. So Prathama Ekvatam. So
Prayogam va? Pratignyātam. Is it bhave prayogam?
Pratignyātam charame. Pratigyanam. What do you think, Karthik? Is bhavi or karmani? What do you think? So
I think it would be bhave.
So pratignatam cha ramena. So bhave means you can say what is different with bhave and the karmani?
We won't have a karma, akarma karma.
Akarma karma, right? So it was promised by Rama. Yeah, could be. Yeah, pratignatam cha ramena. The promise was made by Rama. It was promised by Rama. The promising was done by Rama. Pratignatam cha ramena. I think that's a good way. Pratignatam cha ramena. If you don't do it like that, then you have to make it a visheshanam of something, right? Pratignatam. You take it as karma of something, right? You say ramena vali hataha. Now hataha that is not bhavi prayoga because that vali the karma is there. So it has to become visheshanam of something which is going to be napumsakam ekavachanam. Okay. So this is, so that way it is, or you can say balakena suptam, sleeping was done, so the boy slept. So this one I think is bhava should be okay for us because pratignatam charamena, because it's clearly bhava or karma. And at least in this shloka there is nothing here to qualify pratignatam. Because vali vadam is already connected with prati. Vali vadam prati. So otherwise you can because even if you take it out of prati, it will still not work. Because vali vadha is ramavasham. So you could have said vali vadha pratignataha ramena. So because as we mentioned before, because ramena is gone in tritiya, this has to be prathama ekvachanam. Prathama ekvachanam cannot qualify vadha anymore. This is out. Anyway, this is already going to be prati, but even if you took it out and maybe it made the sambandha over here also, still this vadha will not work. Because this is ramavat. We should have become vali vadha pratignataha ramena. So I think bhave should be fine. So promising was done by Rama. Means Rama promised. So Rama made a promise. So tada means at that tasmin kale. So da is this kalarthe. So tasmin kale. Rama is in the pratignatava. Rama made a promise. Vali vadanam prati with regard prati lakshya. So with regard to the killing of Vali, a promise was made by Rama at that time. And that's good. So again, pratignatam will prathama ekvachanam napusakalingam cha vyayam ramena pullinga tritiya ekvachanam tada iti avyayam vali vadham, again ramavat. This is shashti satpurusha. So valinaha vadham. So and then by the way, vadha has, I think there is a let's see, I think there's a sutram for this. Give me 1 second. Kshanam diyatam. Let me see. Vadha. I think there is a vadha, there is a sutram for this. Let me see if we can use our search engine for no. Because it's interesting because this is dhatu is this vadha is an adesh of a dhatu han. So this will come in 3 dot, it's a masculine noun. So there's only one pada in Ashtadhyaya really, which Panini forms the nouns from dhatus. So that is 3.3. Oh, here it is. I found it. Hanascha vadha. Hanascha vadha. So let's look at 3.370. Because this sutra, as I said, there's some sutra is only to form one single word. Ekashabdatam sutram rachitam. So this is Hanascha vadha. 3.376. So tasmat swarnam jayate. You can remember it quickly. Remember there was one sutram for this dhatu. But of course, these are very easy to find. Because of the fact, let's see what Kashika says. So, bhave anupasarga siti vartate. Upasarga should not be there. Hanter dhatuho anupasarge bhave apratya bhavati tat sanniyogena. So when the apratya comes, tat sanniyogena, in connection with that, simultaneously, in connection with that, there's some probably a typo here. Vada should be vada. Vada adeshaha anta udattaha. Anyway, so dhatu han takes the vada adeshaha, and then you have to use the pratyaya up. Maybe tell me what happened to, what's the next karyam here? You want to finish this off? Somebody? Vada plus up. Vada is the akaranta adesha.
So atolopaha satish.
Atolopaha, very good. Though you can do a little bit of cheating and also do the atogune, but that should not be done. So of course halantyam. So pakara is itsanya tascha lopaha, and tat paschat ato lopaha. Sutra sankhya uchyatam. What is sutra number?
I remember the vritti, Satish.
It is in the adhikar of ardha dhatu. Okay.
Ardha dhatu, yes.
Start from 6446. Ato lopaha is 6448. Ato lopaha. So it's a very common sutram. So anyway here, so I remember this because I knew there was special sutram for this. So 33, excuse me, 3376, 3376, and then this is ato, as Ravi said, you have to use ato lopa ardha dhatuke. Simple sutram. Ato lopa ardha dhatuke. Because ting is sarvadhatukam, ardhatukam sheshaha. So ato lopa ardha dhatuke. So vadha is a pullinga nama shabda. It's a masculine noun. So this is hanashcha vadha sutra. Okay, let's go back. I think we already done this one. So Ramakrishna, we can do the anuvada. You become today. You are the adhikrita anuvadakaraha. You have become the authorized translator for us. So, ready?
Sure.
Ramakrishna, ready? Okay, maybe he's on mute. No. Okay, Karthik, you can do it too. Maybe his mic is not working. Ramakrishna, is there?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
I thought I heard him, Satish.
Yeah, initially I thought I heard a faint voice. After that it went on.
Okay. Anyway, Karthik, he'll come back if he's not coming.
Yeah.
So again, probably it's going to be some cha or something here.
Cha.
Cha is the again. Okay. A vow was taken.
Pratignatam.
Pratignatam by Sri Rama.
Ramena.
That moment.
Tada.
Tasmin kale. Tasmin kshane. To the effect that
Prati.
Vali would be killed by him.
Valivadam.
Valivadam prati. So okay. So that one completes that. Valivadam prati Ramena tata pratignatam. Okay. Now the next one is we have to take how much we have to take. We go down to this one shloka. So the next is so 63, 64, 65. So eka shloka. That's good. That makes it easy. Okay. Now it says Valinascha valantatra kathayamasa vanaraha Sugriva shankitaschasi nityam virena raghave. Valinascha valantatra kathayamasa vanaraha Sugriva shankitaschasi nityam virena raghave. One more time again, if you don't know anything, read the shloka loudly, clearly. Uchchaihi shanaihi ucharanam kartavyam. Even that will give a lot of knowledge. Slowly it will all come. Valinascha valantatra kathayamasa vanaraha Sugriva shankitaschasi nityam virena raghave. Ramakrishna will take the pradacheda of this. I think Hari, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry, I've called the wrong name. Hari, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was not sure. I thought somebody else.
Sorry, I said, okay, Hari, I meant Hari. Okay, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Valinaha cha balam tatra kathayamasa vanaraha.
See, kathayamasa, technically speaking, that kathayam is pruthak padam, technically speaking. But yes, because that kathayam is a subantam padam, and that asa is a dhatu as with the lit lakaraha. So technically speaking, that kathayam is a subantam padam, and that asa is also a padam. But yeah, they go together. So kathayam asa is fine. Vanaraha, go ahead. So
Sugrivaha shankitaha cha asi.
No, asit.
Oh, asi.
Asit, lang lakara. Dhatu as lang lakara. Asna purushasya ekvachan rupam. Asit.
Nityam. Viryena. Raghave.
So valinaha iti shashti atva pancham. So shashti avasti. So valinaha balam. So shashti means sambandha. So shashti means immediately make the sambandha. So shashtis are not essential for to get the basic meaning. You can just look at the, you could easily have said, Sugrivaha balam kathayamasa. So that is the mukhya saravakyam, simple sentence, basic sentence. Valinaha only tags on to that balam. So it is in the beginning you can leave out these, the shashtis, pancham, even tritiyas, even saptamis can be left out. Take the tingantam padam first, which is the kathayam asa. Then that is the heart of the sentence. Start with that. Sometimes you have to supply. We have to supply that because there might be a krit pratyaya, if you be implying a tingantam padam. But ultimately ekating vakyam. So catch that one first. Kathayam asa. Now you got the gist of the sentence. If someone narrated something, that is a simple sentence. So kopai, so kathayamasa. So
Sugrivaha unto Ragave.
Sugrivaha kathayamasa. Sugrivaha iti karta. So Sugriva is what is called as the abhita karta. Abhita because he is the one connecting with the verb. That asa ending the pratyaya null, which is the prathama purusha ekvachanam, is Sugriva sambandhi. It has taken because of Sugrivaha, this asa has become the prathama purusha ekvachanam. So that is the Sugriva has become abhita. Abhita means he has been indicated by that tingantam padam. Because normally you have kartukaranayo stitiya. Sugriva is second prathama vibhakti here. How come is that? If Panini says kartukaranayo stitiya, but it's only anabhite. Only when he doesn't connect with the verb, means when the verb indicates the karma. So he says Ramaha Sitam Pashyati, Sita Ramena Drishyate. So Drishyate when connected with Sita, then Ramena will become Titya Vibhakti. But here he is the Abhita Karta. This is the Panini's text terminology, because Panini starts the 2.3 as I mentioned to you. Any vibhakti you want to assign its language, you have to find sutram in 2. There's no way out. 2.3. And there is immediately Panini says anabhite. So all these rules only are anabhite. When you become abhita, you default to this sutram, which is the 2.346. Prajapadikartha. This is a very long sutram, very controversial sutram. Simply means that the abhita will take the prathama. The gist of that sutram is like that. This is a very controversial sutram, but anyway, maybe some other time. So Sugriva. So that's the second piece of the sentence. So Sugrivaha kathayamasa. Now you look at so there might be a karma, there may not be a karma. See, vakyam requires a tingantam padam. That is essential. Tingantam padam vina vakyam na sambhavati. Not possible. Everything else can be compromised. Like gacchami. That's the simple vakyam. Gacchami means I am going. That's it. Because gacchami, you know it is uttama purusha ekvachanam, asmat pradipadikam ekvachanam aham iti adhyarotam. So aham gacchami. So gacchami itself is enough. But so that cannot be left out. Avashyak. But everything else can be left out. But here we do have the karta sugrivaha. We do have the karma balam. Okay. Now so far we got sugrivaha balam kathayamasa. So balam iti dvitiya ekvachanam. Vanavat. Balam. Now, this is actually we have another tingantam padam here, asit. This is really a separate sentence. There's a cha also, someone the cha. So, this is one pruthak vakyam, this is pruthak vakyam, because this is not in a clause. There's not like a yastat construct where you have a clause in a main sentence. It's a separate sentence. So the monkey, Sugrivaha, this daily Deepanya goes both ways. So Vanara, when the Vanara is really an adjective kind of, so the monkey Sugrivaha narrated, Tatra means Tasmin Avasare, so Tasmin Sthane api. The Tatra is Saptami Arthe Tatra. So he narrated the power of Vali at that time, or on that occasion. And the second sentence is Sugrivaha Shankitaha Cha Asit Raghave. So what do you think, what is the vibhakti? This Raghave is what vibhakti, Hari?
Raghave Chatuti vibhakti iti manye.
Punarchintatam. Think again. Nayam Guruvat Shabda Nasti, Ramavat Shabda Asti.
Shashti va?
Saptami, Rame. Rame,
Oh.
Rame.
Raghava एव
Raghava iti pratipadikam.
सप्तमी
Saptami. Gurave iti nasti.
Hmm.
So it is not, ukaranda pratipadikam nasti. But pratipadikam Raghu is, we have pratipadikam Raghu ukaranda, you come Raghave. But when you form Tadhita, this is, become Raghava, Ramavat. So Raghave Saptami. So Kidrishi Saptami, Saptami Kidrishi. What kind of Saptami is this? Saptami normally, Panini only says Adhikarane. Adhikaranam means that is the locus of the action, center of the action. But Adhikaranam can be of many types. It can be Tasmin Deshe, is not Deshe, Raghava it cannot be Deshe. Kale also it can be Tasmin Dine, Tasmin Varshe, Tasmin Mase. It cannot be Kala because this is Raghava, is not Kala. It can be Vishay. This is Vishay Saptami. Raghava Vishay. In English you can say when it came to Rama, Sugriva was doubtful. Simple English sentence. When it came to Rama, in the matter of Rama, in reference to Raghava, in the matter of Raghava, means when it came to him, he was doubtful. So this is the Vishay Saptami. Raghave Shankishchati. So again, look at the word Shankitaha. The same thing we had that Pratyaya Itach. Shankitaha. Sanjata Shankaha Asit. So Shanka Sanjata Asya iti Shankitaha. So the same Pratyaya Itach. Now here we definitely do need the Sutram Yasya iti cha, because we have the word Shanka. So Shanka Jayate. Akarasya Lopa Katham Syat. This iti Shanka Jayate. So we have the Shanka. How can we remove that Akaraha? By this? So we can use the same Sutram. Tadasya Sanjatam Tarakadibhya Itach. Tarakadibhya Itach. We do the same thing down here. We can make the word Shankita. So here, because remember the Sutram 6.4.48 Yasya teacher says Ivarnantasya, Avarnantasya. So Dirgha Atvarastha. Angasya Bhasanyakasya Angasya Lopasya Tadite Ikare Chapare. So this has a Bhasanya because Yachibham, and this is Tadita Pratyaya because of Tadita Adhikaraha starts from 4.176 to end of 5.4. So therefore we can now do the Angasya Akarasya Lopa, Antyasya Akarasya Lopaha. So it takes becomes Shankita. Shankita, so that means Sanjata, and this is, in fact, let me give you a Gita reference for this, so you can also tag the Gita shloka also. Shankita, okay, Shankita. Right? Now Gita is this Samvidya Dukkha Sanyoga Viyogam Yoga Sanyitam. That's in Gita. Samvidya Dukkha Sanyoga Viyogam Yoga Sanyitam. Means it is Yoga Sanyitam. That is in Gita chapter 6. Samvidya Dukkha Sanyoga Viyoga Yoga Sanyitam. So Sanyitam will be Sanyitam. Sanyitam. Maybe
Satish, you have to try Anuswara, I think.
Anuswara, I think. Oh, okay, let's try that. Yeah, here it is. Samvidya Dukkha Sanyoga Viyogam Yoga Sanyitam. So Sanyitam is Yoga Sanya Sanjata. So, okay. Now, so that is Gita 6 to 6.23. 6 for this Sutram. Gita 6.23. There's also the word Sanya is there. So same thing. You have to use again the Yasya teacher for that Sutram.
Satish, is this the same thing used in chapter 11 as well? Madanugrahaya Guhyam Adhyatma Saugnetam.
Yeah, very good. Adhyatma Saugnetam. Yes. Was very good, Ravi. So 11.1. Madanugrahaya Paramam. This comes in 11.1 also. Guhyam Adhyatma Saugnetam. So Adhyatma Saugnetam. Adhyat means it is Sanya Sanjata. Tad Guhyam. It's a secret which goes by the name of Adhyatma Saugnetam. Good. So that also is in Gita. Thank you. Now let us go back to our verse. See what we have left here now. So 2 sentences. Now Kathayamasa. Not to go into too many details. Just give you a gist of it. Is that when you have a lit pratyaya like that, normally we have to use Sutram 6.1.8, लिटि धातोः अनभ्यासस्य द्वित्वम् अभ्यासकार्यं like uvacha, chakara, jagama, all that jagraha, yutta. But there are some cases where instead of taking the abhyasam and abhyasakaryam, the pratyaya am comes in there. And the main sutram is 3135. When does this am come from? Let's go to 3135. The pratyaya am comes for any derived dhatus. In fact, for any anekas dhatu, the pratyaya am will come. Pratyaya am. So kas pratyayad am amantreliti. Am amantreliti. Kas pratyayad am amantreliti. So pratyaya means any. In fact, there is a vartikam on that. Is any anekas dhatu. You take the pratyaya am. Now, as a practical matter, there are also two zeros below that also. From here up to this one. And then after that, 3140 says krinchanu prayujyate liti. Krinchanu prayujyate liti. So that will be the dhatu kri. That's the pratyahara kri. That's the 3140. Kri is the pratyahara. He refers to which is formed in 5th chapter with kru bhu as. So once this arm is there, you have to use the kru bhu or as in anuprayaga with that. Anuprayaga means it has its own lit with that. Now, most of the time, in fact in Gita, only example in Gita of this is that when you have a nijjanta dhatu, nijjanta, even though this says pratyaya, to have a sananta with a lit, yangnanta, those are rare expressions. So most of the time you will only have the causative form, will not take the ditva lit, will take anuprayaga lit. So kathayamasa, this is a churadi dhatu katha. So it becomes a new dhatu kathi. So there also one small detail is that the dhatu katha is adanta dhatu. In fact, this dhatu katha is the first dhatu at the end of the dhatu pasha in the churadi gana. Katha deha adantaha dhatavaha. From the dhatu katha up to the end of the gana, so agana samapte adantaha dhatavaha. So the dhatu is katha. Because otherwise if it was kat dhatu, should become kathayamasa, like patayamasa, right? So it should become pathayamasa, patayamasa. Tadvat kathayamasa iti bhavet. Parantu katha iti adanta dhatu. Adanta. You want to try, sorry, you want to try this, make it, why did it not become kathayamasa? Any idea?
Nichanta.
Ajanta dhatu.
Aham na samyak janami.
Aham vishami. Chinta nakaya. One thing it says, na kopi sarvajnyaha. Sarvajnyaha kopi nasti. Ishwarad vina. Chinta nakarya. So, the katha plus nich. Now, the vriddhi of the akara is normally done by atu upadhayaha. Atu upadhayaha. Only the upadha bhutasya akarasya vriddhisya. Upadha is penultimate. So, alontyat pura upadha. Now, but here if you say the adanta dhatu, it's ka, a, tha, a. Upadha will be thakara only. It will not take. But then the sutram which Ravi told us before, which is the atolopaha, adha dhatuke, we'll get now by using atolopa adha dhatuke, we will get kat plus nich, which of course chutu halantyam, ikaraha. Now you can argue, why can I not use the atupadhaya after that? Because now it looks like the is upadha for me. I can make the atupadha vriddhi. So what's the answer, Karthik?
Sorry, Satish.
Why can I not do atupadhaya now?
Uh,
Atulopa I applied and I got the form kathi. Why not?
Sthanivad.
Adesha, you're getting close.
Yeah. Achaf parasmin purva vidhav.
Achaf purva vidhav. Achaf paras in the 1.1 itself, there are these sutras which is talk about this sthani vadadeshaha. 150, I'm sorry, 150, around there. This sthani vadadeshaha. So there it says that achaf parasin purva vidhav. If you have any ajyadesha, ajsthani adeshaha, a lopa is adesha for 0. So that is, parasmin. So when it comes to something which is to right of it, pura vidhav, wants to make a operation, pura vidhi, it wants to make it to the left of that, then that the aj has a sthani udbhava. Chatasparasam pura vidhau. So this nich, when it wants to act to the left of the lopaha, that lopaha takes, adesha takes sthani udbhava. It becomes, that's the important step over here. So if sthani udbhava, so because of 1157, so 1157 is what stops the 72116. Oh, we get the form kathi. So kathi is the form. So we got past one hurdle now. So 1157, achha person pura vidhau. That's what stops the 72116. 72116. Okay. So this is now this is an ekaz dhatu. It's a pratyayanta dhatu. So by 3135 you get the am pratyaya. You get the am pratyaya. So make ka thi plus am. So and then you have actually have the lit when the lit follows. So there is a lit pratyaya also over here. So lit pratyaya also is here. So now what we have to do is maybe skip some steps. See, normally this am pratyaya is also has the ardhadhatuka sanya. So ting shit savadhatukam ardhadhatukam sheshaha dhatu iti bhitasya. So if you have any dhatu iti bhitasya, because the anurutya of dhatu starts from 3122, we are using 3135. So this am pratyaya has a sanya of ardhadhatuka sanya. So therefore, normally you had neraniti. It cannot take an idagama, that am. It's not a valadi pratyaya. So 7 to 35 says ardhadhatuka id valade. It's not valadi. So now no idagama. So normally should have had 6451 to remove the niche, neraniti. But below that is Sutram 6455. It says that when the pratyaya am and some others follow, that niche becomes aya. So becomes kathayam. Kathayam is what happens. So normally niche should have dropped by the neraniti. But the Vishesha Sutram, there is one Vishesha Sutram 6155, which says ayyadesha bhavati. Am adeshu parataha. So become kathayam. And so that's why we applied 6155 here. And then what happens is amaha. Sutram amaha, a little bit fast now because we have a limited amount of time. Sutra amaha says that following the am, then we can ama is sutram amaha. That says that looks, so that entire lit pratyaya, everything goes away. Now, one technicality here is that this lit pratyaya had also had a krit sanya, kuda thing, because lit came in 3.2, paroksha lit. So it only, when you get the tiptasji adesha, then only it becomes krud ating. So then the thing will not be krut pratyaya. But the lit, the tiptasji adesha never came over here. Before it could come, nityatvat amaha luksha. So the lit came, and before tiptasji could come in place of lit, it got blown out by amaha. So now we have krudantam. That's why I was telling Hari that this is now a pratipadikam because of the krit sadita samasascha. So 2481 blew out that am pratyaya, which had a krit sanya. We never got tiptasji adesha. Because the thing, it has a krit sanya. Krit sadita samasascha. It is a pratipadika sanya. So su avjas, you have not start declining that. Su avjas. Bringing the pratyaya su. So here is a small controversy is that, and we won't go into details, but in the Siddhanta Kaumudi says you take the amaha and you blow out the sup also. Because look, you have to remove that also. Kashika says that because of the sutram krunme jantaha, this is the manta krut, and so it will take obvious. And the problem with the Kashika is that it is manta, but the krut pratyaya was not manta. Krut pratyaya was lit, which took look. So it is a krudanta. It is manta, but it is not, the krut pratyaya was not makaranta. Anyway, bottom line is that either way, by 2481 or the avyad apsapaha, that sup also goes. So leaving us now, so I'll put 2481, and just give you a gist of this, how this whole thing comes about. So by 2481 now, that lit is gone with that. But then by 3140, we have to bring in a new kru, bhu or us, and with its own lit pratyaya. Its own lit pratyaya. So we get now katha yam. This is now a subandhavadam. And then following that, we get kru, bhu or us. Us is used more than the other two, with its anuprayagaha, with its own lit pratyaya. Anuprayaha is only pratyaya. That comes like this. Now normally what should have happened is aster bhuhu. Aster bhuhu. Aster bhuhu says that this when the pratyaya following is adhatuka pratyaya, as it is dhatu sthane bhu adesha bhavati. So it should become bhu. But then vachana samarthya atra na bhavati. Vachana samarthya atra bhu adesha na bhavati. So if Panini is saying you use kru bhu as anuprayogaha, what's the point of saying that as is going to become bhu? So this is the only place you see the dhatu as being used in which is not a lat, lot, lung vidhiling. So this is the only place where you see that. Otherwise normally aste, for example, if you do future tense become bhavishyati. The dhatu as will become bhu. So aster bhu, which is in the 2.4. See there are two places where you have the adhikara adha dhatuke. One is in right, you see right here aster bhu adha dhatuke. This is another adha dhatuke. This 2.4.35 is one adha dhatuke. One was 6.4.46 which Ravi we saw earlier. Where we got the Sutra Atolopaha 6.4.40 we got that. But here it says so see dhatu nam sarva adeshaha. So and here there will be the sutram aster bhu. Aster bhu is down here. So this 2.4.50 doesn't apply because of vachana samarthyat. This is samarthyat. And then now we do this part should be straightforward. So here in this part we can do the usual 618 iti dhatu nabhyasa abhyasa karyam as and then this sutram is ata ade here. Let's take it step by step. Maybe I'm too fast now. But kathayam, and then we'll get as will come here. Then haladi sheshaha will become o plus as. In the meanwhile, the lit becomes tip becomes null. So we get the pratyaya null over here by 3.4.82. I'm skipping a lot of steps here because we don't have time that much. So pratyaya becomes null because tip plus g when you have in the when the moment you apply tip plus g, which is 3.4.78, you should always take the remaining of 3.4 lakar sambandhi adesha. So that tip plus g will tend to change based on the lakara. And one sutram is 3.4.82, say parasmi padanam nalatus us talatus nalvamaha. So in parasmi padam, the lit tip plus g become null atus us. So like in the very beginning of Gita, Tatrashtra Vacha, pratyaya null is there at the end. Of course, chutu halantyam. So anubandha lope akaraha vishishyate. Anubandha lope akaraha vishishyate. Oh, us. Now in this case, you have a problem now. The problem is that if you do a plus us like that, ato gune will come. You get the form asa and not asa. So to avoid that, ata ade. Ata ade. So when you look like in abhyasakarim, all the abhyasakarim starts in 7.4. I think 7.4.58. Abhyasa chiti adhikaraha prachalati. So here there is a samanya niyamaha. Then vishesha niyamaha is when in specific lakaras, these are all samanya. Samanya means that any kind of abhyasa, these rules will take place. But then Panini says liti, when lit pratyaya follows and do certain rules, and in that ata ade here is this 7.4.70 says if you have an adi akaraha, that will take a dirgha adesha. Because otherwise ato gune would have come and spoiled everything. So 7.4.70 now comes here, becomes ata ade here. That finally ends the form for us. So we get now, so we get ka, tha, yam plus a plus us, asa, because a plus and this null pratyaya is still there. This is ata ade here. Then after, of course, akasam dirgha will do it. So kathayam asa. So one more time, this am pratyaya will come when there's any aneka dhatu and some others also. But most of the time, it's going to be the nijasta dhatu. When that am pratyaya comes, you do first form the dhatu kathi. We use the sutram achapursim puravidho to stop atopadhayaha. Kathi am lit. Now, normally you should have had 6.4.51 near an iti. But by 6.1.50, I made a mistake here. 6.4.55. 6.4.55, the Vishesha Vidhi to the Ayya Adeshaha. When am and some other pratyas follow, become ka, tha, yam. Now that is becoming is the one that become a pratipadikam because lit pratyaya was there to the thing, so we had to bring the stop. Tasyapi luksyat. So kathayam iti. Now we got this kathayam iti subantam padam. We got that. Now after that, we use anuprayogaha, but 3140, if I put 3140 here. Kruncha anuprayojate liti. So 3140, so we use, out of those three mainly, bhu, as is more common than kru or bhu. So you could have said kathayam chakara, kathayam bhuva, kathayam asa. The vachana samarthya astir bhuti, bhu adeshana bhavati. Then you do the abhyasa karyam haladi sheshaha. Then in place of tip you bring null. Only thing ata ade here. So then become kathaya as kathayam asa. Okay. I hope next time we'll it's a difficult form, but just give you some idea of what is happening there. So Ranarha kathayama tatra is saptamyastral is the saptamya says which can be any saptami. Tasmin avasare Paul we find valinascha balam kathayama. Sugrivaha shankitaha cha asit. Now asit, any sutram Kartik here asit? Do you want to do something?
Asit, is it the artashta vruddhi?
Yes, artashta. So we have, so this is the, normally we have the sutram which says the lung lang lungshu adudaptaha adagamaha syat. But
Adajadina.
But adajadina, I think 6470 it should be. I think 6469 is lung lang lungshu adudaptaha. And 6470 says adajadina. So let me just confirm that. Then artashta, which we saw in the beginning in the first class today, we saw that. So artashta, so 6470 is the no, I'm sorry, 72. Adajadina. Artashta vruddhi. How do you get the ikara here, Kartik? That's it for you. Ravi, you want to try that?
It is astisicho prukte satish.
Very good. So Ravi knows that. Okay. So
Vidyamanat sichaha astesya parasya apruktasya halaha idagamaha.
Idagamaha. That's good. So where will that be? Number roughly?
No idea, Satish.
Okay, because the brewer eat from there, the eat starts from there. That's 7393. Like about 96 or so, something like 7390 something. So it's good to know the general territory of Ashtadhyayi, Of course, here we'll quickly do some steps. Is there you got the Ada Agamaha, because this is the Lung Lang Rung Shu. So Lung Lang Rung. This is the. So Kartik, why this cannot be Lung or Rung?
Would it become bhu dhatu in that
Very
case?
good. Astir bhu. So there's no choice. It has to be only Lang Lakaraha. And normally we buy 6471 Adagamaha, but Adajadinam Adagamaha. So this was what you use. And then because this is a dhatu second gana adadibhya adipravritibhya shapaha shap luk syat. The same adhikara luk adhikara goes in the end of adipravritibhya shapaha shap luk. So the shap comes and it become luk. So by 2472 the shap came and became luk. So the shap is gone now. 2472. So now the only thing remaining now is to finally also want to do the itashcha. So because lakara has an it. That ending ikar of tib, of course, halantyam, the poor gets itsanya tasya lopaha, and the ending ikar of tib drops by itashcha. So we get 3, 4, 100. So now we end up with a, as, plus, ta, itashcha sutram, itashcha. I mean, I'm going fast, but hopefully you can look at these numbers on your own later on and get some details out of this. Is the 3, 4, 100 removes that ending ikar of tib, itashcha. Now, the last sutra, which is what Ravi said, see, these are all Samanya Sutra, because this is nothing special to Dhatu as we've done so far. The only Vishesha Karyam here is what Astisicho Prukte. So, well, let's go to that one, and I think that's going to be around 7-3, my guess is around 96, 97, something like that, because 93 is Bruva each, 96, yeah, Astisicho Prukte, so that's 96. Aprukta ekal pratyaya, when you have dhatu as you have, then that aprukta ekal pratyaya having to take the idagamaha. That's special 7-3. So this is the sutra for you Kartik today, okay? 7-3-96. That's today's sutra for you Kartik, 7-3-96. Siticho prukte. So become artistry vruddhi is going to take place and become ita. And then you use so the 7-3. As the Vishesha Karyam, and then of course Artashcha Vruddhi become Asit Artashcha. Okay, so that is Lang Lakaraha. Now, coming back to the shloka, Sugriva Shankitaha cha asi nityam iti kriya visheshanam. Nityam kriya visheshanam. Means he was always suspicious. Always suspicious. Now, viryena. So, Hari, what do you think this is Hari? Viryena is, vibhakti is what? Sitya. Kasmin apse titiya.
With power.
No, that is saha padam nasti. So this could be saha, because what Hari is suggesting at sahayukte pradhane sutram is sahayukte pradhane. Sahayukte pradhane means that sahayukte, when you have the word saha or sakam or sardham, they say putrena saha pita gacchati, putrena saha gacchati, apradhane. So which is secondary item. So gauna shabda. So putrena saha. So pita gacchati is the mukhya vakyam. Putrena saha gacchati. So viryena saha, if you make viryena saha vartamana, you can make it sugriva. It's not that. So it's not saha. Tritya can also come in the sense of the karana or kartru. Kartru means you say anabhita kartru. We saw this one back here, Ramayana. This was kartru arthe, but because Rama is the anabhita karta. Means it's become karmani asva bhave. That we don't have. So Sugriva is the karta here, and he's in Prathama already. So this should not be kartru arthe titiya. Karana pinasi means by means of his power. He was doubtful. No. So it can also come in the sense of tulyam. So viryena tulyaha. No, there's no tulya. But it also comes in the sense of hetav. That's what you want. Viryena hetav. On account of the power. Means in fact we can go to the Vyakhyanam also. It's quite nice over here. So hetav. Sutram is hetav, Hari. Hetav. So you can, if you try all these different meanings, the hetav is the one that is coming here. In fact, the Vyakhyanam also says, what number is this? 63, right? 63. Let's see what it says. Kimcha Ramaha Vali Tulyaha na va iti shankitaha sanjata sankaha asit. It says nityam shankitaha viryena. I thought something hetu. Give me 1 second. Ayam vali tulyaha virya nava iti shankitaha van asati. So I think it should be viryena. I think it's viryena hetuna. He says Sugrivaha Raghava. In fact, this is a good commentary. This is Govindaraja commentary, by the way. It gives more grammar. Govindaraja, I think he's South Indian commentator. He's Govindaraja. See, because he says Sugrivaha Raghava Vishay, which I was talking to Hari before about this. Raghave Vishaye. Clearly he says that. Raghave Vishaye. Second he says, Viryena Hetuna. So both he clarifies. So Raghave Vishaye. In the matter of Raghava, in the matter of, when it came to him, in his case. Viryena Hetuna. I think this is, Viryena means you can say, Tulya Virya Astivanava. Means, because the comparative strength of Vali and Rama. On account of that, you can even say Valinaha Viryena, because the strength of Vali was so much that on account of that he was always doubtful about Rama. In the case of Rama, he's always doubtful. So anyway, Viryena is Hetuna, but whose Viryam is it? It is Viryam or Viryam of Raghavasya Valinaha. Valinaha pi. So Tulyam Astivanava. It will become. So Virya, it could be not his own Virya. It's clearly Virya either of Raghava or mainly of Vali. Because Vali was so strong, so Valinaha Viryena Hetuna. Athva, you can take, we can take Uvayorapi Viryena Hetuna. So both of them, the Viryam is Tulyam or not. So that is so Viryena Hetuna. So these are various Tritya that you can try. Tritya is seen, see if you have a passive form. Is Katru Tritya Katrarthe, Athva Karanarthe, Athva Saha Sanyogena, Athva Tulya Sanyogena, Athva Hetuna. And there are some others also, but these are some of the main Trityas, So this is one thing which is, comes in 2.3, we talked about that, 2.3, when the Vibhakti is used in certain sense. See, 2.3 is, most people don't study this kind of things, But they are worth studying because they give you exactly the gist of that sentence, it's what Vibhakti. In fact, in Laghu Siddhanta Kaumudi, they don't have that many sutras of Vibhakti. They have not done because Varadaraja keeps only very short and sweet. But in 2.3 is a short pada actually, which has only about 70 odd sutras. And if you can get a hang of that, it will give you. And there the sutram is hetau. So this hetau is sutram which comes in. Also Panchami also comes in certain hetau, but Tritiya comes in hetau. Because see, from here Panini starts Katrikaranayo Tritiya. Then comes what Hari was saying, Sahayukte Pradhane. Then some others also coming below. Then hetau is coming here. One is coming here. Then finally, in the end of this, there are only 73 rules. Then tulya artha atulapana tritiya anyatarasya. Another one tritiya is coming here. Only 73 rules. If you can know these 73 rules, which is not that much, Ashta there is more than 4,000 rules. So 73 rules, you can master this vibhakti artha vishaya. So artha naipunyam syat. If you can just get these many down. Anyway, so it is hetau. Let's go to the translation. So Hari, you want to try? Let's do it. And what will be and, Hari?
Can you put the other one also? Cha.
Cha. And is cha. Cha. This is a beautiful translation. This is a very nice translation. It's so faithful, They translate every single word translated so nicely. Okay, there. On Mount Rishishringa, so we're looking for Saptami there. This one, next one. There will be Tatra. Right?
No, Tatra.
Tatra, there. The monkey.
Chief, the monkey chief.
Monkey
Sugrivaha.
Vanaraha. Vanara. Chief iti adhyarutam. So Vanara Mukhya. The Mukhya is adhyarutam, I think. Yeah, because it should be like the monkey, because Sugriva is coming down in the next sentence. So Uttara Vakya Sugriva iti asti. Sugrivaha. So he is already taken over there. So monkey chief means the chief they have supplied on their own. Should be in brackets. This should be in brackets really. Monkey chief. So
Describe Katayamasa.
So the strength is Balam. Balam. Of Vali is Valinaha. Now since, now the word is since. Now that is, if Yataha iti Padam Nasti. They're also Adhyarutam. Because I think that the Chakara, Cha Balat, Cha Shabda Balat, I think, it only says Cha. Because I think you're supplied by the construction, this Cha means he, Yataha. Because Sugriva was doubtful. So that they have taken. Let me quickly in the commentary, does it say anybody? See, now when Gita Press normally does that, it is always Vyakhyana Anusara, it's according to Vyakhyanam. So normally you'll find something, what does the first commentator say? Kathayamasa. No. In fact, he describes what is the balam of Vali, he describes that, Valinaha, balam, Arunodaya Anantaram, after the sunrise, Suryodayat Prak, before sunset, Eva, Ravanam Grihitva, suppose that he captured Ravana, Chatus Samudra Ullanghanadi Rupam. He took him all beyond all the 4 seas in one day. Anyway, that's what is the Valinaha Balam. But then he says, Kincha Sugriva. See, he gives no reason for that. Okay. Let me see another one. Sugrivaha Shankitaha Ayam Vanastiva. Oh, he says Ataeva. Okay, you see one commentator says that. Is that he says Sugrivaha Vanaraha Ragave Viryana Shankitaha Ayam Vali Vada Yogya Balo Asti Vanava. That's fine. Ataeva Kathayamasa Balam. So now see that's what you see, because normally when you see something in Gita Press, for example, if you read the Bhagavata Puranam, Gita Press translation, almost always they'll put what Sridhara Swami says. So now but the problem is that if you look at this text only, you look at the translation, you're wondering how they're getting all these details from. Where are they getting all the details from? Very simple, is that it is from the commentary. So it is, because if you don't know that, you're wondering, and then what is even more baffling is that when you have 4 or 5 books, they all give the same details. Now, how is that they're getting all the same and I'm missing the whole point? So where is it coming from? Where? So in the beginning, it might seem then it is definitely going to be based on the commentary. So as I mentioned to you a few times in the beginning, you should not read anything which doesn't have a good commentary on it, because they always give you the, good details. So anyway, So this is how when Gita Press says this thing about, sins, most of the time which is in the commentary. So Ataiva. Okay, so we got that Ataiva. So Sugriva is Sugrivaha. Was ever. So was is?
Nityam Asit.
Was Nityam Asit. Was is Asit, ever is Nityam. So full of misgivings. That is the Shankitaha. Shankitaha is full of misgivings. Shankitaha. So, and then concerning Sri Rama, that is Vishaya Saptami. This is the Vishaya Saptami. Concerning Sri Rama, the Vishaya Saptami. Concerning Sri Rama. Raghave. But then it says, in the matter of prowess. So this almost sounds like, but Virena it is. So it is almost sound like Saptami Asititya. Saptami Asititya iti Anuvada Krataha. So the Anuvada is almost saying Virye Raghavasya Virya almost in the matter of, which on account of it should really be heard. Hetu Viryana Hetuna, on account of the suspicion about his strength. I think there are two ways to do it. You can say Valinaha Viryana. On account of Vali's strength, he was doubtful about Rama. Athva, this is, Viryana is because of suspicion of the strength of Rama. So he was, what was the doubt? He was doubtful. Anyway, so it should be, they put almost like a Saptami in the translation. It's really Hetuna, so maybe on account of. But the way when I first looked at the shloka, I said I was going to take it simply as Valinaha Viryana, because of Vali's Virya. But the comment is not given that, so that's okay. So anyway, that's same meaning. Maybe we can do the quick one next. We'll continue next time. We're out of time, I know, but maybe 5 minutes. So, Raghava Pratyarthantu Dundubhe Kayam Uttamam Darshayamasa Sugrivo Mahaparvata Sannibham. Raghava Pratyarthantu Dundubhe Kayam Uttamam Darshayamasa Sugrivo Mahaparvata Sannibham. One more time. Raghava Pratyarthantu Dundubhe Kayam Uttamam Darshayamasa Sugrivo Mahaparvata Sannibham. Do you want to do the Shabbatacheda, Hari?
Copy Aniha Karoto, Sameha Nasti.
Sameha Nasti. Kartika Karoto. Kartik, you want to do it?
Yes, Satishji, I can. Raghava Pratyayartham.
Yeah, that is a Samastam Padam.
Samastam Padam. Tu
Raghava Pratyayartham. Okay,
tu Dundubhehe Kayam Uttamam Darshayamasa Sugrivaha Mahaparvata Sannibham.
So what is the Tingandam Padam here?
Darshayamasa.
Darshayamasa. Same as before, Dhatu Drush becomes Darshi. All the steps are the same. Only thing here is that instead of we get the Puganta Lagu Patastichak Guna. Puganta Lagu Patastichak Guna Adesha. So same steps instead of Katha plus Nich. Only difference is that you have to do Drish plus Nich, and that is going to be only step is that you make it Darshi by Puganta Lagu Patasticha. Everything else will be exactly the same as before. So I'll just put that number here. Darshayamasa is the same form. Only Puganta Lagu Patasticha. Only one sutram there. Okay, Darshayamasa. Sugriva is the Karta. Now, Kim Darshayamasa Kayam.
Kayam.
I think Kayam, I think is, if you look at Apteji quickly, I think it might be Pullinga Shabda and Pungsalinga piece. So we can make it either Ramavat or what? Kaya. Any idea what the Dhatu might be in Kaya? Kayam. Anybody in the class? What Dhatu might be? Actually, you got the answer here. Chiyate asmin asthadikam iti kayaha. So chi, ghai, adehe kakaraha. So Panini 60 sutra also gives. Okay, we just take this one. Chiyate asmin asthadikam iti kayaha. That in which the bones etc. are collected together. It's a collection. So dhatu chi is to collect. So chi. So like chita and all that. So chiyate asmin asthadikam means bones etc. collected in this. Iti kayaha. So chi takes the ghaya pratyaha, which it takes the achuniti become chai, echo yavaya become chaya. But then Adehe Kakara, this Siddhanta Kaumudi was 3341. 3341 is special. It's also like a case like Vadha, like we saw before. It's also a special Sutram 3341. That's how I know, by the way, because there's all these special rules stick in your head, because they have a Vishesh Sutram. This is Nivasa Chiti Shairo Adesh Chakaha. So this is 3341, which is Sutram, which is Adesh Chakaha. So it gives also the I think we don't have time today, but you look at the Sutram 3341 and you quickly see that so Chehe Iti Anurutya of Chi comes down. In these being Sharira, in all these meanings, it says Pani Adi Samudaya Shariram. And when in that meaning, when this Chi takes Ghai, it takes the Kakara Adi Adesha. So 3341 will put to it. And Kaya Kayam is both used for Dhatu Chi. So Kaya, I'll just put this number here. So Kaya, Kayam 3341. So, okay, let's continue. So now, next thing is that, so Sugrivaha, Kayam Darshayama. So Uttamam. Uttamam can be means best. It means, I think, Brihadakaram in this case. So, very large, very great. Uttam is great. The great body. Very large size, Dundubhe here. Dundubhe actually means it's a music, like a drum, or like, Dundubhe. Some sounding instrument, Dundubhe. Dundubhe makes sound Dunduba. So he was a demon who made it sound like a Dundubi. So that's why he was called Dundubi. So we can look quickly in Apte, Dundubi. Dundubi. Sort of kettle drum. He makes it down like a drum. So Dundubi, I think either his own sound, name of a demon, okay, there he was on the store. In fact, he also gives here, Sugriva showed Rama the skeleton of demons to show how powerful God was. So Dundubhi is like, okay, it's his name. Really, it means he was like a drum himself, He made a sound like that. Dundubhe is Shashti Ekvachanam. Uttamam Kayam Darshayamasa Sugriva. Then he has only one Visheshanam there. One Visheshanam, Mahaparvata Sannibham. The Sannibha, Dhatu is Bha. Bhati is to appear. Sannibha is, you can make a Katriyate Pratyakaha, is this Sutram. Ikupada Nyapikiraha Kaha. Ikupada, like a word Buddha is found, I'm sorry, next Sutram after that. Okay, let's slow down. This is 3.1.135. Is Igupada Nyapikiraha Kaha, like the word Buddha. But after Chopasarge, if you have Adanta Dhatu with Upasarga there, right? So Sannibha is Sannibha. Means Sadrishaha. But Sannibha Dhatu, add the Pratyaka, do Ato Lopa, teacher 6464, you get the adjective Sannibha. Sannibha means one who appears like. So Sadrishaha. So Sannibha is 3.1.136, you have to use in get the form. It's an adjective, Sannibha. So Sannibha is Kartariyartha. Dhatu is Bha, so Sannibha. You have to use 3.1.1.36 and get the Pratyaka and do Ato Lopa teacher 6464. So Sannibham, which Sadrisham, Tulyam. So which appeared like. So this is qualifying Kayam. So Sugrivaha showed the body of the huge, I think the huge body of Dundubi, which resembled a big mountain. We got this. Now, only one thing is left. Two is, again, this connecting word. Parantu. And two is, can be Padapurnarthe. You may not have an extra meaning. Two usually means Parantu on the other hand. It may not have the meaning of it. It should be a comparison. It's not really like a contrast.
It could be indeed also, right?
Could be indeed. So you have Padapurnartha. So Padapurnam is to fill in the meter. Only one thing is there, Raghava Pratyayartham. Very quickly, Pratyaya means Vishvasaha. So Raghavasya Vishvasaya. Now, I know time is completely out, but we have this Vatikam, which is, I'll give it next time. So basically, Raghava Pratyayartham is Raghava Pratyaya. So there is Vatikam, we say that this Artha Shabdaha can be used, as basically to form like a Visheshanam. It's a Brahmanartham Payaha. So Brahmanartham, Brahmanaya payaha, Brahmanartham payaha. So Brahmanarthaya. So that can be used in the Brahmanartham payaha. So that means it forms basically, you just add this word artha, right? And then make it into like an adjective, Brahmanartham. So you can just simply rephrase it, raga pratyaya, in order to generate the confidence of Raghavaha. So meaning is that Sugrivaha. This means made him, means drish is to see. Drishi means to make, see means to show. Sugrivaha showed the huge body of Dundavi, which resembled a big mountain, in order to generate confidence, or maybe in order to test, maybe also in order to test Raghavaha. Pratyaya is to test Raghavaha. So maybe we'll do some more grammar on this next time, but we're out of time, so let's do the transition. We stop the class. We'll take this one, Ravi. Last one.
Yes, Satish.
In order to convince Sri Ramaha.
Raghava pratyartham.
Pratyartham. Okay. Yes. Yes, sure. I got your message, Ramakrishna. Hurry. I'll give you that. 1 second. Yeah. So Raghava. Okay. So Raghava pratyartham. In order to convince Sri Rama, got that. That's in the bracket of Vali's strength. So that must be on the commentary. Sugriva is Sugrivaha. Actually, what is that?
Actually, two.
Two is actually. Sakshat, actually. Vastutaha. Showed is
Darshayamasa.
Showed to him. Showed to him. Is this in the words? Showed to him. That part may be understood because it's not there. Okay. That's in kind of in brackets. Showed to him. The Darshayamasa itself is, showed to him. Showed to him the tall skeleton.
That is
Kayam Uttamam.
Kayam Uttamam. Okay.
Uttamam. Ut means like, high, so Uttamam. Of Dundubhi, that's
Dundubhe.
Which looked like a big mountain. So, Mahaparvata Sannibham. Only thing that Mahat becomes Maha in the Samasaha. When you have that Samadhikarana, Mahat becomes Maha. Yeah. Sorry, we'll be over time, so we'll stop
Actually,
here.
the short to him is the Rama Pratyartha, first word, right?
But we got this one. In order to convince Sri Rama, we took that one, the Rama Pratyartha.
Okay, sorry.
The Rama Pratyaya is convinced, Artham in order to Chaturthi. So that we got here. I think that is kind of, you can repeat the Sri Rama also, it's understood kind of from the context, I think. But Putak Padam Nasti to him. Ramo Rajamani Sada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vihata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Raman Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramasya Dasosmyaham Rame Chittalaya Sada Bhutame Bhorama Mamuddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattalyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Onnama Iti. This is class number, what must be called 92 or so. Date is September 25th. Ramayanam class, which is from 4:30 to 6, now 6:15 almost. And Ravi, okay, Ravi? Next class will be on October 9th. It's October 9th. Yeah. You already have the invitations now, so October 9th, second Saturday. Next class on October 9th. You okay, Ravi?